Mr. Dai, where are you? Please, how was the tour? Please, maybe you come and brief me a bit. Yes, please. An information day or a career day for the children is a very important day. The school organized a very wonderful tour that will make them make a proper decision at school. Not only just to even study science, but to take agriculture as the most ultimate occupation. The school has even exposed them, I would call it a practical career options. Why? The school had to take them in the university bus, moves in banks, moves in farms, moves in all those areas. And I'm sure planting these seeds here will have an impact, and a very great impact. I want to tell you that your daughters have even attended lectures in Gulu University here.
He wanted me to do agriculture, but I never had the hope in agriculture. I've seen Maureen, she's a banker. She gave me that courage. I'll be a banker while I've studied agriculture as you wish. I really like it these days because I've seen what is good in agriculture.
Truly.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give in. I give you that blessing. I have a feeling that you are going to succeed in your dream.
I was worried about the quality of education at Gulu University, but I saw it by myself. The quality is fantastic. The lecturers are very active. I'm really interested in agriculture and I hope I will do it better.
So please now, as you have decided, don't misuse this chance. You have to go for agriculture now. I've seen you like it and I'm also very happy.
With agriculture, I can become a banker, a farmer itself, advisor, an extension worker, a shopkeeper as well. I think this is the best idea if you can only support me.
We didn't know, so you are free to do agriculture.
Thank you, Daddy and Mommy.
I'm proud of the tour that we have been having, because from there I learned a lot. When I was taken outside for this tour, I learned a lot of things. I saw Maureen at the bank. She told me I can work in the bank although I do agriculture, so I can please myself and also please my parents at the same time.
The tour was so enjoying. I learned a lot about the quality of education delivered at Gulu University. The quality is fantastic. People learn, lecturers are good, they are short people. I have young sisters. I can teach them that now, as in I've learned that agriculture needs science subjects like biology, chemistry, so they have to take it.
The tour was so fantastic. I think women, given like 40 years to come, if we, the men, we don't see it properly, they're going to take all over the career because I see they're talented. So absolutely no reason to why ladies should not study science or agriculture. They're equally perfect like the boys, really.
Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Kela Waga, Kawanena Dara Dailo Kung Fu, Johnny Kela Waga, Kawanena Dara Dailo Kung Fu, Johnny Kela Waga, Kawanena Julia Dailo Kung Fu, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Kela Waga, Johnny Roma Roma, Johnny Roma Roma, Anyira Roma Roma, Roma Roma, Obe Roma Roma, Obe Roma Roma, Anyira Roma Roma, Anyira Roma Roma, Obe Roma Roma, Kawanena Dara Dailo Kung Fu, Johnny Roma Roma, 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 Johnny Kela Waga, 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 Johnny Roma Roma, 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 Johnny Roma I'm looking at expanding my farm to having bigger acreages and guide my farm.
I would like to go into hotel business.
I want to go for masters, own my own enterprise.
I'm really aiming high. I want to do a processing plant.
I'm looking at myself to become a senior businesswoman.
I want to get back into school to get a better job.
I want to have a farm which is going to run independent of me.
I should do my PhD and become a professor.
I'd want to see myself a director in one of the Anaro Institute.
I've managed to reach the top level in the research system.
Portraits of 10 Ugandan women driven by their dreams, owning or leading a farm, a firm or a business, training and supervising, doing research and directing, moving up through studies. All dreams are related to agriculture. We interviewed these women on their social backgrounds and challenges they faced as adolescent girls. We exchanged about their educational background, about the opportunities and challenges they met as women during their studies, about the choices they made, specifically related to sciences and agriculture. They elaborate on their different jobs, on the opportunities and difficulties they encountered during their careers. They tell us how they see themselves, and they send out messages for girls and their parents.
I'm born from a family of 10 children, a family of peasants. So I'm a village born and village raised girl. My parents, they were not highly educated, but they respected education.
I have two backgrounds, village and urban setting. My mother is typically a rural woman. She did not attend any education. I think it's more difficult for girls to study in our local setting like this because they have that traditional thinking that boys are the heads of the home. So they need to go to school first.
As a woman, you grow up very conscious, knowing, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do this.
Our relatives needed the priority to be given to the boys in education. But we had educated parents who knew what they needed for their children. So they did not divide us.
It is often said that boys are favored when it comes to education, but that is clearly not always the case.
My parents did not discriminate between girls and boys. If boys met you reading books, they would say, now what are you reading? You put it there. Don't you see you were just a woman? You will get a man. For us, we are reading for people like you. Why are you wasting your time?
I was quite really pushed by my mother. She realized that I love studies. She really followed me so closely, and whenever anything I wanted, she really give it to me. My uncle was always encouraging me.
I chose science subjects. I was doing well in sciences, but I also liked them. From my primary, I knew sciences, I have to go and offer science subjects. They were hard, but the difficulties did not discourage me.
The common belief that girls would not prefer to study sciences is clearly not confirmed. The women we interviewed worked hard and were supported by their teachers and parents.
A girl could say, these are things that are supposed to be done by men, by boys. I cannot go for it. But with the help of my guardians, with the help of my teachers, I had to go for what I wanted, and that is science.
Sciences can also be done by the girls. It was interesting for me to explore, and it was fun when I excel ahead of the boys.
The women we interviewed were not always successful. Some had to make difficult choices, and others didn't feel comfortable with sciences.
I think always that it's where I lost it in secondary school. I was suspended from school for a whole term.
I did not score so well in some subjects. I was given arts. For 2 weeks I did not enter class, striking because I wanted to be given a science combination.
I always found science difficult, and every time and again my father forced me to an extent that when I was supposed to join an institution, he was forcing me to go and do science, but I told him I couldn't. And then he told me I wouldn't pay you if you're not going to do what? Science. And then I told him we'll sit home.
6 of the interviewed women wanted to become a medical doctor.
As a child, my idea was to become a medical doctor.
A doctor.
Do medicine.
Be a doctor.
Doctor.
I had wished to be a medical doctor. I used to admire doctors and their stethoscopes.
But one needs to obtain the highest score, and none of them was successful.
I did not attain the score that would lead me to being admitted. I missed medicine narrowly. I think I cried. People grew up hating agriculture because it was given to them as what? As a punishment.
People were despising agriculture so much.
But not all interviewees disliked farming. Some were very determined to excel in agriculture.
I began realizing that I want to do farming in Senior 4. Initially, my dad didn't want me to do farming. He actually wanted me to go for law.
Those who could not become medical doctor have chosen for agriculture and don't regret.
Now I don't regret, because every time I go to the hospital and when I have a patient especially and I look at this one, I ask myself, was I ready or God was right?
Taking on agriculture has given me more opportunities than if I had only done medicine.
Others who studied arts are now positive about agriculture and have established close links with agriculture research and education.
Yet it was quite challenging in the beginning. I did purely arts, and then coming into the world of agriculture, where it's quite technical.
Lillian even regrets not having done agriculture.
When they come here, they need information on agriculture. I'm not really an expert in the area, and so I think if I'd done agriculture, I would answer them there and then.
All interviewees make a living of agriculture-linked activities. For the majority, agriculture was, however, their second choice. Why didn't they go for it in the first place?
People are not told that if you study agriculture, you can be a banker, you can become a consultant. People know if you study agriculture, you should be at a farm. And that is one option. People should be taught that you can even apply for agriculture as the first choice. It's not like you fail to get medicine and you come down and come down and come down. I think there is poor career guidance.
This book is just confusing now because so many things you can't even choose which one. There's so
The women we interviewed started working immediately after their studies.
I finished my final papers. Immediately after that, I started working.
When I was about to finish my degree, I went for an interview. Second, I was taken on. Third, I had a job.
They often change jobs or have different jobs at the same time. They take opportunities to progress towards what they really want and often continue studying while working.
I used to bake donuts. I would get up very early. After that, dress up and go to office and do the little work that was there. Leave office at around 3 because there wasn't much work at that time. I would get my hoe and go and dig.
I realized I wanted to do a PhD and go further in my education.
All women make a living from their job.
I can earn a living from what I have and not being employed somewhere. I don't own a lot, but I have something that can sustain me for the meantime.
From my employment, I'm getting funds that have enabled me to live a relatively comfortable life and also educate my children. So I'm earning a living from consultancies, which I'm doing. I have a small office and I'm driving my own car, so four-wheel drive car.
It has not always been easy. Some of the women we interviewed experienced discrimination in their jobs or had difficulties balancing family life and work.
Seeing a woman going to talk to them, at times they undermine you a lot. This is just a woman. At times they don't want to listen to you. Man would not want to listen to a woman talk. In most cases, they want fellow men to talk to them. Then they say, yeah, that one knows what he's talking about.
Before you begin doing what you're supposed to do, you'd hear people talking. A woman, will this one make it? Is she really having the knowledge that we lack?
My family is a distance. I feel it is more easy for men to be away from home families than women. One thing throughout my career, which I've noticed, I don't know whether it's true, you need to work double to impress everybody that you can meet as a man.
I decided that I'm not interested in staying there. I didn't want to go away from my children.
Nowadays, mentalities are changing.
My brothers are so supportive. They help me. They stand with me whenever I need any help from them. My husband too.
After that training, at least what I've seen so far, there is kind of unity.
When you're training farmers, you bring in the aspect of girl child education, women who are already farmers. they tell me, please, I'm very happy. You have done this and it has changed the life of my husband. I want my child to be like you.
But at the same time, I've become a competitor. Sometimes with my master's degree and long experience, I have outcompeted the PhD guys. Because there are times when consultants, they give opportunity to women, they say women, and you end up taking up the contract. So I don't think those men can be happy.
The battle is not over, and mentality change is clearly a long-term process.
Sometimes the men prefer to marry those ones who have attained lower education than someone who have attained high. Sometimes the husbands refuse them. They think they will get more knowledge than them to challenge them back home. And we've really had experiences where women are getting empowered and their husbands deny them from coming to meetings. So they fear challenges.
When I talk to these farmers, sometimes they send their children to me. Go and talk to that lady. Maybe she can help you. Then this lady will come and tell me, I want to do agriculture. Where do I start from?
In most cases, the girls in the villages don't get the kind of education we got. So now that I started working with them, you hear such comments like, if Pressy has money, why don't you also go to school and you become like her?
Don't aim too high. We are all looking for money, but don't think money will fall very big in your hands. You have to work for it.
They should concentrate in their studies. Once you concentrate and you know what you really want to become in future, then nothing can fail you.
It is important for the parent to support the girl child.
When you educate a girl, you've educated so many people in the community, because this girl will eventually give birth to children and she has to educate the children. She'll see those values of education to educate the children, the neighbors around. And not only that, when you're educated, you really have access to so many things. You can support your family very well, and men will run after you, study and go for these sciences. I know people say they're hard, even me I had that in mind. That fear is ever there, but just rub it from your mind.
And more important is self-confidence. Be innovative, be creative, and they should not oversee or underscore any kind of work, as long as it can decently give them an income. Let parents be close to their children, especially the girl child.
For the young girls out there, I would encourage them. Agriculture is something great to venture into. If they got an admission in agriculture, they should not let it go. They should not feel like it is something I will not benefit from, because there is a lot you can get from there. So it's my encouragement to them. Let them pick a leaf and join agriculture.
We have not reached where I think we can reach, but we are moving somewhere.
They made a tour visiting women role models active in various agriculture-related jobs. A group of students of the Central High School in Gulu, northern Uganda. An initiative of the Faculty of Agriculture and Environment of Gulu University.
We need to find an innovative way to promote girls' interest in science subjects in secondary schools.
The film shows us how this tour has helped the students in making well-informed decisions on their future studies and careers.
As seeing Dora's farm, she made me real interested in doing what my ambition was. I can become a farmer.
It's about diversification.
What do really your husband say about this?
Agriculture, no.
Agriculture is good, please pass them.
I met Juliet as I can be a shopkeeper.
What quality of studies do Gulu University deliver?
They train students not to be job seekers, but the job makers.
I met an extension worker. She works with farmers. She trained the farmer, and she changed the mind of maize.
Don't you think it will be like overweighing yourself? Because I believe there will be queries from your husband if at all.
I can also be a banker. I can give loans. I can serve in the bank as a bank manager as well. But I studied agriculture. I think I can make it too.
I never knew that I could be a banker when I do agriculture, but now, when I saw Maureen.
With your combination, it's purely science. Don't you think it's for men?
I had a belief that Gulu University was not delivering a quality education.
Every bit, every detail that I studied has helped me out here.
I can say I've been making a mistake.
Actually, I can say you have not been making a mistake. You were not exposed to the field of agriculture.
That equally perfect, like the boys, really.
My students are always booked before they graduate.